Hi again, and welcome back to one of my videos on several of the items I have for sale on eBay. Today I am going to show you a vintage aluminum Christmas tree, and this one is in a pom-pom style, and I'll show you what makes it a pom-pom. What you see right here, it's almost like a little pom-pom flower, and that's why they call these pom-pom Christmas trees. This one here is my prize and possession, which I have owned for many years. And I've decided to sell it because the kids are no longer in the house. And we travel sometimes during the holidays. So the tree is sitting, stored away. And although I love it so much, I think that it can go to another home where someone can enjoy it as much as we have in our children throughout the years. So what I'm selling today, as I said before, is my prize and possession. I used to, and occasionally I do. This one's going to need a few pieces that are going to have to be restored, and minor. When I say restoration on this one, it doesn't involve working with flattening the aluminum or straightening out the aluminum. It's going to be just a little bit of gluing and taping on the edge where they originally were. The branches were put, the sleeves were put in, the aluminum flower sleeves, and the tape at the bottom comes out. And let me just point out, like something like this. Okay, so that sometimes over the years it dry rots and it loosens and it shrinks the aluminum on that metal rod, and you have to kind of gently stretch it back. Make sure you glue it back in and retape it. So this one has like one or two because it's been a while, but I can assure you that whoever buys this beauty, it will go out in pristine shape. Now the box that it's in, I can't say too much for the box because it's not the original box. Over the years, the original box has gotten worn, so I keep it in this box now. It's a nice sturdy box, and some of the sleeves are not exactly perfect, but most of the sleeves are there. Now, while I'm here demonstrating or showing you this tree that I have for sale on eBay under my user ID yzhep, yzhep, let me help some of you out who own aluminum Christmas trees or have just purchased one. It can be frustrating putting them together, so let me give you some helpful hints here that will help you put these beauties together. You first need to attach the base, and then there are two poles. And the pole that has the most holes will be worn in the bottom, showing you that that goes in the base where the base has worn it off. And also, it's the pole that goes in the bottom, the one that has the most holes in it. And the poles are usually put together. There's a little seam here by a long rod at the top that goes into the pole at the bottom, and it's pretty long, the rod, so that it stays steady and doesn't shift side by side. So what I like to do is I like to sit down on the stool as I'm doing now, and then I start from the top down, working my way. I don't turn it, I just work my way down. When I get down here to the bottom pole where there are more holes, then I try to do the sides here, the sides, so that I can then fill in the holes in the middle. Once I've completed one side, I turn it around and do the other side again, starting from the top down. This makes it so much easier to do. And just one more thing, when I am putting it together, I try to go and hit the holes here on the side and put some branches in there so that when I turn it around, there's very little left to insert. So that's just a helpful hint on how to put these together. Another hint is when you put these back in their protective sleeves, okay, you should start with the bottom, the metal piece here at the top, and that one's upside down. Let me just, that's the part at the bottom. So you should insert the end of the branch that doesn't have the pom-pom tips in here first, and insert it in there first. Push it down gently, gently, until you see down here at the bottom, and I'll show you one that has it down here at the bottom, till the tip comes out. Now when you go to remove them the following year, you gently pull from this end right here, gently. These things are super sensitive, and the reason why they go in with the tip first here is so that uh, the little aluminum on the branches stays straight. Sometimes you'll see some trees sold on eBay and they're all bent, and that's because of the improper storing of the branches. So I hope that these helpful hints have helped you, or will help you with your aluminum Christmas tree. And if you would like information on restoring, just I'll put my email down at the bottom, or just text me on this YouTube video. I don't do much restoring. If I take one project on, that's probably all I will do a year or two, because it's a very tedious process, extremely tedious. So take care of your tree, and you probably won't have to restore it, just some minor restoring on the end, and you can do that yourself with some glue and some tape. And thank you for looking. And again, my eBay ID is YZHEP. We also, my husband and I, and mostly my husband, we do color wheel restorations for these beautiful Christmas trees, and we restore them with new motors automatically. We remove the old motor because they're about 50, 60 years old. So you'll wind up buying a color wheel on eBay. There's one over there peeking out the side. That one's a really neat one because you can see the little legs on it. It's very retro. So that's one we're finishing up on. But what happens is that over the years, the motor starts to grind, stop, work intermittently, sporadically, need a little nudge to go on. Eventually, it dies out. These color wheels are 50 or 60 years old. So you wind up buying one on eBay and spending a good chunk of money, and it might last you one season or even the same season, and then it conks out. And what my husband does is he goes in his machine shop and he replaces the motor, restores whatever wiring, the socket, etc. I search for color lenses so you can have some nice color lenses. If not, I work on restoring the lenses with resin. It's a project that we enjoy doing. It's a work of love, and the end result is that you have a color wheel that will last you or outlast you, as my husband says. So if you're interested in our aluminum Christmas tree color wheels, we also have those for sale on eBay at YZHEP. Also, we sell them on Etsy. On Etsy, I have more choices. And this one here, this tree, I think I'm going to put both on eBay and Etsy as soon as I get it put together. Happy holidays.